Good morning. Let's get something done.
What is colour, in watercolour? And how do you use it, how do you get harmony? Let's say if we do a blue sky, I'm going to have green landscape. Now you can see that the blues, because I've done this wet in wet, that the blue's running down into the green. So you're creating harmony there. But if you did the blue on its own and let it dry, then painted the green in and let that dry, the blue obviously wouldn't run into it because it's not wet in wet. I haven't done it wet in wet. I've let the colours dry. And you wouldn't have harmony then, because blue and green, they sort of go, but there's no harmony there. Unlike this, where the blues actually run into the green, where you've got harmony. We painted a red into this green. The green's running into it, but you haven't got as much harmony there because the contrasting colours, green and red, they're both opposite complementaries, so you haven't got that harmony like you have with the blue and the green. They're both cool. They're both cool colours, is blue and green, so you've got that harmony. You can just see it there. But the green and the red, no, because the contrasting colours are wide apart. Here is one of my horse racing paintings. Can you see the key colour here? Red, sort of red. So that red colour pulls all these horses together, as well as the browns of the horses obviously as well. But mainly the reds. He's got lots of red in there. He's got a red hat, red part of his jersey's red blanket thing there, whatever it is, red there, red here. And that pulls the painting together, pulls the horses together. Then you've got contrasting colours like the blues. Blue there, little bits of blue there. You've always got to have a contrast of colours, Alright, have a main colour, like red if you want, but always contrast it with a cool colour, blues, greens or whatever. How do you make a grey? You've got blue, touch of red, and yellow ochre, say. You make a grey. You can make any grey, as long as it's red, blue and yellow. Any grey you like. So if I wanted to paint that same horse racing paint, what I just showed you, I could paint it all in greys and just add the same colours, exact same colours on top. You get harmony. What will go with blue? So we've got blue, green will go with it, and as I explained, grey will go with it as well. But you haven't got much more. You've got different blues and different greens. This is cerulean blue. All the cool colours will all go together, as will all the warm colours. They'll go all together. It's no good painting a painting, any sort of painting. It can be a portrait, landscape, still life, or whatever. It's no good painting it in all just warm colours, like reds, oranges, yellows. You can do that, and you can create harmony in doing that, but you always got to have contrast, always. So contrast it with your cool colours, blues, greens, otherwise it's going to look boring. The contrast, it highlights the painting. Here I've just brought a colour wheel up, and you can see this is your red, opposite is green, direct complementaries. Purple, yellow, direct complementaries, and you don't want these direct complementaries. What you need to do is, so you've got your red opposite your green, what you need to do is make that a bit more, stick a bit more red in that green, just to tone the green down so you haven't got that direct complementary colour. They look garish together, red and green, as does yellow and blue, or purple should I say, blue and orange. They just look too garish, if you was going to do red and green together. We'll do that now. So here you got the red, and here you got the green. See how garish they look together. As I was saying, always contrast the colours. Now we could put a red opposite that one, but you know, them are primary colours. That is blue and red. Blue, red and yellow are primaries. So blue and red together as primaries doesn't go that well together. You put the yellow in. The three primaries, they don't really go well together because they stick out. Now you see, this is another horse racing paint of mine, which I'm quite, well, not famous, but quite well known from. But you can see here that this horse in the lead here, he's got warm colours, obviously, with the red and the browns of the horse. You can see that he stands out from the rest. The other horses are cool colours. A little hint of a yellow there, but more or less cool colours and grey, so this horse stands out. And for colour harmony here, you can see a touch of yellow there, and yellow there, just above. That ties the background in, where this red horse, or the brown horse with the red jockey on here, that comes out to us. Warm colours always come forward, cool colours always recede. So that's how it stands out. Another horse painting here. You know, we've been talking about grey, so all down here is grey. This horse is grey. And we put a warm coloured jockey on top of him, or her. So he stands out from the grey. All your colours, you know, your bright colours, yellows, blues, greens, reds. If you've got a grey background, all those colours will stand out against that grey background. And you can see that this fella here, you know, it really stands out from the grey horse. You've got little touches here, little touches which your eye doesn't perceive straight away, but they are there for harmony, just for harmony, for harmony with the jockey there in red. And then you've got yellow, he's got yellow jersey, so you've got yellow bits down here in the grass. Blue, lots of bits of blue in there. There. Creating harmony. It's no good just putting one colour in and not putting it anywhere else. You know, you can put a colour here, say, and you haven't put it anywhere else. It's going to stand out, but, you know, your painting isn't going to have harmony. I mean, this isn't a great painting for harmony. But there's little touches of red here and there. As there's green, blue-green should I say, and yellow. Little blues and yellows in the grass. There. Here's another horse racing painting of mine. Again, the centre horse here is in red. You've got red here. Little touches of red here and there. That harmonises the whole painting, as does the browns of the horses as well. But it'd be no good, this painting, if it was all red and browns. So there's cool colours. I make sure that there's cool colours. I've changed these colours, you know, when I've been painting this. You've got yellows, greens, blues, greens, a bit of blue there, yellow there, which ties in with that yellow. And all these blues tie in. Blue areas, there. They all tie in, gives it harmony. But obviously a red colour is the main colour, so that's why I put red into the main horse here. That is harmonised with touches of red here and there. So it's all about the warm colours, what you put in, and the cool colours, warm and cool. You've got to have that balance of warm and cool colours. You could have this main horse in blue, the jockey should I say, in blue if you like, at the front there. And have touches of blue here and there, maybe a blue helmet or two, just to tie that blue in. But you'd have to contrast that with warmer colours, you know, oranges, reds or whatever, but not as strong and not as showy as your main blues, your main blue colours. Going back to the colour wheel, if you just put your hand over those cool colours, you just got the warm colours, reds, oranges, yellows, tans, maybe there, because that's a green. But you know, if you had a picture with just those colours, it'd be boring. As soon as you get contrast, what a picture you're going to have. So you need contrast, warm and cool colours. Here's an old portrait of mine, watercolour. If you see, he's got a green hat which contrasts with the pink tones, but they don't look bad here because they're not bright green. It is not a bright green hat, it's not bright red tones in his face, so you've got contrast, but it's not garish like, you know, if that was a really bright green and a bright red. The tone down of these, the green and the pink tones, but you've got that contrast. If that was a red hat, you wouldn't have the contrast, it'd be boring, it'd be all pinky red, you know. So that's contrast for you. Here's the landscape. Here I didn't even, this is years ago when it was this, but the sky, I didn't even bother with the sky, I just left it white paper. So I was only interested in the tree, the grass, the wall, well, the grass with little poppies on or whatever it was, and the wall and a bit of background. That's all I needed in this. But the little reds here, poppies, were just impression of, you know, what I was doing at the time. You've got that contrast between the greens and the reds. Without that it'd be boring, it would be just green, blue and green. So you've got contrast there again. When we're talking about greys, you've got this cockerel here, you've got a grey body. You've got red at the top here, red round his eye and red down here. That's what I was saying about if you've got greys, colours will show up on greys. No matter what colour it is, they'll show up on greys. You see how that shows up? Your eye is drawn straight to this area here. Here's a very early watercolour when I used to paint outside. You've got these reds on the right hand side here, the roofs. And all the rest is grey, because it's a grey day, everything will look grey, so I painted it grey. But you can see how they shine out against the greys. As for harmony, I thought I'd put a car in here with red lights, stop lights or whatever. So you've got that balance there. If that wasn't there, you wouldn't have balance. You see? So all in all, you've got to have harmony. You've got to have harmony of colours, but no matter if you're painting just warm colours or cool colours, but I suggest don't do that. Have contrast of colours, you know, so if you're putting warm colours in, put the cool colours in as well. But always have one warm colour standing out, you know, as your centre of interest. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learnt something. Have I learnt something?